Diana. Beaten by a mere man. No. You've lost everything. No. I beat you. No more. Brainiac had returned. For years, he'd been stealing the powers of Earth's protectors when we were too busy fighting amongst ourselves to see the danger. With you three, you the lucky ones, died fighting. Finally, I alone survived a rat in the walls of the Brainiac construct. I have traveled through time to warn you. This is my past, but your future. And it means the end of humanity, so together, we must change it.
What have you done?
Given you a fighting chance.
He's lying. It's some kind of trap. Why should we trust you?
Because if you don't, Earth is doomed.
I am back, people. I'm still here. Part 2, DC Universe. I'm talking about it. Yes. Fuck. I know you seen that little piece of the trailer I showed you. That was epic. Can nobody tell me that wasn't epic? Can nobody tell me seeing Superman be that way wasn't epic? I wish Clark was more like him. I wish Clark from Smallville was more like that guy. That shit was hot, nigga. Like, him, like, when Wonder Woman yelled, and when she screamed because Lex was holding her by her neck, was like, bitch, call that nigga. And she was about to say no. But he put that good old zap on her ass, and then she started screaming. And I was like, when I first seen this trailer, I was like, where the fuck is Superman? Like, this is the only reason why I'm watching this shit. Like, where is Superman? I was like, oh, there go Green Lantern. Oh, Batman look hot. I like his armor. I was like, oh, Flash. I was like, oh, you know, Metallo, Lex. I was like, oh, okay. But where's Superman? And when she yelled out, and Superman heard that shit, I was like, look at his eyes. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And I was like, yo, son, that nigga is beast mode right now, son. And when he flew like he was a fucking rocket, I was like, wow. That nigga about to go kick some ass. Somebody done touched his girl. Somebody about to go kick some motherfucking ass right now. And then this nigga hit Lex with such a force that I thought Lex was dead. But luckily Lex put up his little shield before Superman hit him. Because if Lex didn't put up that shield, he'd have been dead. But then Lex gonna call Captain Atom to handle his light work. I was like, nigga, please. You ain't gonna do shit to Superman. He grabbed Superman. And then Superman just shoved him like, nigga, you better recognize what's real. I was like, you better recognize a fucking real nigga. You better back up. And then Superman, he tried to hit him. And I'm sitting there like, are you seriously gonna keep hitting this man? Like, look at him. He half past cock Diesel right now. So how you beat? I was like, you ain't beating him. I already knew it was over before he even started fighting him. I knew it was over. Think about it. When you seen Superman push him off him, you didn't think, well, the fight is going to be over in 2 seconds because Superman, those hits wasn't doing shit to him. And then when he grabbed this punch, twisted his arm and used his laser eyes on his face. I was like, man, listen, that's ruthless right there. Why Superman couldn't be like that? You know what I'm saying? He's going all out for them niggas, son. He was going beast mode on them niggas. And then, you know, Lex got the upper hand and killed them. But with this game, like, if you get this game, I'm telling you, it's worth that $15 a month. It's worth it. I'm telling you, because I already enjoy playing it. Like, I got it on right now. It's on my TV right now. I was playing it a couple of hours ago. I just paused it and I'm talking to you right now, YouTube. Like, shit. You need to get this game. No? I don't know if there are girls on PlayStation that play this game. This is also a PC game too, so, you know, people, get this game. $15 a month. This ain't gonna take out your budget. People spend more on food than they you know, take $20 out your check, you know, and put it for the game every month. Like, shit, they ain't gonna do nothing. What else? What should we talk about? Because this game is hot, like, off the bat, you know. I'm gonna tell you the things I had problems with when I first got the game. Me like a dickhead, you know. With games like this, you gotta make sure that you install it on your account. Because if you don't install it on your account, you're gonna end up like me. I'm using my little brother's account for PlayStation right now. Because I was stupid enough, I was so hyped to fucking put it on my system that I didn't realize what account I had it on. And then when I realized it, you can't deactivate it from that account. You can't, it's permanent. Once you install it on that account, it's permanent. So people, guys, girls, whoever has a PlayStation 3 out there, when you install this, make sure you install it on your account. Not on anybody else's, on your account. Because you can't take it back. You can't do none of that shit. It's permanent. I've talked to PlayStation Network. I've talked to DC Universe, the people that do the games and shit. You can't do nothing about it. Once it's on there, it's permanent. You can't take this to a friend's house and play it with friends. They have to come to your house and play with you. It's not happening, Captain. It's just not happening. Alright? So you gotta make sure. Another thing, you know what I'm saying? This game is really new. It's like a couple of, it's weeks new right now. So there are glitches. Like my dumbass, you know, I was playing the game. I was flying through the city. I had this nigga on cruise control, so he was flying by himself. But I could direct him, but he was flying by himself. So he flies straight. As long as I keep him, you know, as long as I could direct him, he could fly straight by himself. I looked away from the TV for 2 seconds, and I got stuck in a fucking building. I don't mean I got stuck in a building. I got stuck in a building, like inside the motherfucker. In the roof, I got stuck in the shit, and I was tight. I was so tight. And then I was talking. I was there for like I was there for like the whole night. I had to wait until the next morning to talk to the people, and they send their GM into the game, which, tell you the truth, people, this is the first time I ever played a game that you had to play with everybody online. So it kind of surprised me, you know, for certain things like that to happen. So when I got stuck in the building, I called them and they told me, okay, GM he'll contact you. When I thought they said he gonna contact me, I thought this nigga was gonna call me and tell me what to do over the phone. It's not, that nigga did not do that shit. He came right into the game, jumped right into that motherfucker, and was like, listen. He came into the building with me. He was like, oh, you stuck? I was like, yeah. He was like, well, no fear, GM is here. I was like, that was lame, but you're like God right now. Your status right now in this game right now, you're like God. You could take me out this shit. And when he took me out the building, I was like, tag, these niggas work fast. Because it wasn't like I got stuck in the building and I was waiting hours after. Like, once I got stuck in the building, and plus on top of that, they calling hours. They stopped taking calls after 7. So, basically, I had to wait until the next morning to talk to him. That's why I got stuck in the building all night. But when I talked to them in the morning, they said they'll get right on it. It was like that. Like 2-3 minutes later, I thought somebody got stuck in the building with me. But it was like 2-3 minutes later, nigga came in the building, we was straight. I'm gonna talk to you about the Hall of Doom a little bit. The Hall of Doom, where all the villains go. It's like Watchtower, but it's the villain version. You got battle suits just like the villains, just like the heroes got battle suits. The villains got battle suits. Joker, Lex. Who else? Wonder Woman's sister. Captain Atom. Who else? Who else? Hey. There's a lot of other. It's the same amount. It's the same thing. Metas, tech, magic. Same thing as Watchtower. It's the same thing as Hall of Doom. I like the Watchtower better. Tell you the truth. When you get to level 30, the missions are harder. Like hard. You need a group of people. Like you gotta go out there. And you gotta talk to a bunch of people to help you with some of these missions. Like, these missions will definitely get you frustrated. But, you know, stick with it. You know? I'm gonna let you know before I get off this, that number one, I'm gonna give you my PlayStation ID. So whoever is on DC Universe, they can add me. My PlayStation ID for DC Universe is KYSONROSEA. KYSONROSEA. I'm gonna put it in the description. And I'm on the Birthright server, and I'm also on the Redemption server. Now my character for Redemption, he's level 9, and he's a villain. And he's a villain. He's on level 9, and his name is Captain Violate. Yes, people, Captain Violate, because I violates. I beat up other heroes, and I fuck up the game crazy, son. On my Birthright server, Dragon King, level 30. You know, whoever want to do missions with me could come up there and we could play and we could do some missions. It's a great moment right now. I'm loving this game. You should love it too. And I should see you all later. Alright? So, remember, I gotta do another video for y'all for Smallville, since it's coming back this Friday. And if anybody has any questions on DC Universe Online, I'll let you know. Just write on my wall, and I'll respond right back to you.